Right at it. Right at it. Oh, he's done it again. Just as he did at the John Deere for his first win.
Alrighty, welcome to episode 5 of the Go Get That podcast. We have a good one in store. You guys have been asking for it. Just getting to know us. We have actually quite a few questions that have been submitted from you guys. We'll go over it. We'll go over just a lot of the backstory behind our accounts is that they're pretty much anonymous. But now that we're doing a podcast, we feel like you guys should deserve to know a little more, so we'll give that to you guys. And yeah, we have at the end of the episode we'll also announce our first guest, which will be episode 8 now, since we have 2 CJ Cup podcasts coming up considering the surprise commitment. So that should be good. And yeah, we can get started from there.
Let's have fun.
All right, so the first one was, which tournament would you guys, non-major, want Jordan to win the most? It's not. So this is, which tournament would you want Jordan to win the most? It's not a major. I'm gonna go with the Memorial.
First on this one.
Yeah,
You got Memorial?
I got Memorial. Yeah.
I'm between 2. For the viewers, we haven't seen, at least I haven't seen these questions yet that Bob's reading. And 2 actually came to mind. One would be the players, just because how prestigious it is. And 2 would be the Scottish Open, which he'll play for the first time next year. I just think that'd be really, really cool to see him win the Scottish. That's just what came to mind. I don't know why, but if he wins the Scottish, that means he's in form going into the Open. So you put 2 and 2 together there, we might get 2 back to back, but that's just off the top of my head.
Yeah, the Scottish would be sick. My mind went to the API because I think that's a really cool tournament to win. It means you're playing some really good golf. And just for Bob's sake, I think a win at TPC Southwind would be epic. So if he wins the first playoff event, though, that probably means he's leading going into East Lakes. That'd be big, but no, the Scottish is cool. That'd be sick. Watching him win at like 1:30 in the afternoon on a random Sunday with I guess the John Deere won't be going on this time, but like the multicast they had this year with the John Deere and the Scottish playoff going on at the same time was quite funny and quite amazing. So
not to mention the Scottish field will be really good this year.
Yeah, absolutely. So especially since it's a PJ Tour event now. Yeah,
it'll be a really good field because I think all the players will try and get over to play.
Yep. All right. Next one. This is a 3-parter, kind of directed at me, but you guys can obviously chime in where you need. The first one is your name really Bob? Yes, it is. I know that was sort of leaked a long time ago in my comment section, but yes, my name really is Bob, Robert, Bobby, whatever you want to say. I get called all sorts of names, but yeah, I go by Bob. That is my real name. And then the second one was, are you really in high school? That is also true. I'm a junior in high school. And then, how has your online persona over the past year changed your life? I really like this one. I'm sure you guys can add on. It's definitely changed my life. I mean, I never thought in a million years that I, first of all, would have the influence that I have. I mean, people, obviously, if people are listening to podcasts, they care about my opinion, which is really cool. And also just like to have the platform that I have, like combined over 10,000 followers over 2 platforms. I mean, it makes you really think about what you're going to say, I think, because you're not just joking with your friends. You have 10,000 people possibly that are going to see it, maybe more. I mean, with all the sharing and stuff. So it's changed my life for the better. I think I've learned a lot more about social media. I was never really big into social media before that, but I've really enjoyed it.
I second your thoughts. Just going off the third question there. I mean, I get from all the people, you guys that are asking questions, you're also the same people that slide into our DMs and give us words of encouragement.
Yeah.
I got one comment after the Ryder Cup with someone saying, "Thanks for all the hard work. Have a nice break." And I'm thinking to myself, have a nice break. I don't play any golf. I don't do anything. I sit on my rear end and I use my phone to send out posts. So I'm being told to have a nice break. I don't really do anything. I mean, you guys care. That's what that comment shows. And I mean, it means a lot. I think just for the better, it means a lot to have people that not only care about our influence, but care about us as people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I obviously don't have the same platform as Bob or Jordan, but so I feel really fortunate to be here. But it's awesome to be able to share golf opinions and golf thoughts with other people who are also passionate about golf. And I guess Jordan likes Spieth in general, but I feel like we're all really invested in golf, regardless of whether Spieth is playing or not. And just golf as a game in general. So it's fun to be on here and just talk golf for a little bit every week or whenever we record.
Yeah. So Jordan, those are the ones I got from not Instagram. So why don't you do yours first?
Alrighty.
And then I'll go to mine.
That works. So a little quick one here is lowest round that we have personally played or shot. Lowest round we've shot.
Jordan, do you want to start?
Yeah, I will start. It was actually a couple of years ago. I shot 66.
Whoa.
I shot 66.
You're like the same handicaps. You're like a 4 or
I'm
5,
a 5.
right? Yeah.
So
that's crazy. What were you then? What were you then? What handicap were you then?
Lower than I am now.
Yeah.
I know that because I don't play as much as I used to.
Yeah.
I don't really remember what I was at the time, but I was lower than I was now.
Yeah.
I couldn't get close to that these days, which is unfortunate. But I had one good day. It's because my home course, most of the holes go in the same direction, so a lot of it was downwind. So it's kind of a 60. I mean, it's just a 66, so it's obviously a very good round. But I mean, a lot of wind-aided holes.
Yeah.
Where I could take less than driver off the tee, just get in the fairway. Because I have a tendency to hit it all over the place. So
yeah, Dan, you can go.
Yeah, so my best is a 78, but it was on like a par 68. So my best on a 72, a par 72 is an 85, I think, 85 or 6. I'm not that great, but I go out there and I try my best.
Yeah.
And I have a good time doing it. So
yeah. Mine's a 71. This summer, it was a crazy round. Started off with a 7 very early in the round. Went 2 4 2, 3 straight birdies to close the front 9, and then drove a par 4, 3 putted, and then followed that up with 3 straight birdies again. So I had 6 birdies, a 7, a 3 putt on a drivable par 4, and it all totaled up to a 71. So yeah, so that's 1 under. 1 under.
Chaotic. It's like a speed round.
Chaotic.
Right,
yeah.
6 birdies, a triple.
Can't be too mad though. No, 7 was a double. It was a par 5. Oh. You could argue that's even worse though. I mean, par 5 scoring opportunities.
Well, I mean, a 7's a 7.
Yeah.
Any way you look at it, right?
Yeah.
On any hole. So one day I'll shoot a 71.
That's right.
I'll be on tour at that point. So
exactly.
You'll get there. I think when I shot my 66, I've only broken actually 70 like 3 times. So
yeah.
Only 3 times.
I mean, yeah, but like the last time I did it was like a year and a half ago. So I just haven't been able to play as much, which is frustrating, but that's life. All right. So next I got, how many times a week do you play?
Well, for school, we play, I mean, for school, I mean, I play whenever we have matches or practice. So that's that during school year. In the summer, I try to get out 5-6 times a week. Between work
good.
and stuff. I try to work it around my golf schedule, but I try to get out a lot while I still have time.
Yeah, I in the summer I probably have 2 to 3 times a week. That might be dwindling pretty quickly next summer and then the summer after, and then during school it's been maybe once a month. I just don't have time anymore. Once you get to college, it's just like, unless you really prioritize golf, it's it's tough to find time to go play 18 holes.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat as Dan, unfortunately. It's probably about 1 or 2 times a month.
A month?
During non-summer. Now it is. I mean,
Wow.
2 years ago I wasn't in college, so it makes a big difference. 1 to 2 times a month now, and then during the summer, 3 times a week. I'll at least go. I won't always play every day, but I'll at least go to the range. So
No, that's good.
that's what it is now. Not what it used to be, unfortunately. But you'll see, Bob, when you get to college. It's a lot.
I'm not looking forward to it. Well, I'm looking forward to college.
Yeah, just get a scholarship and to play golf.
There you go. Just get a scholarship to play golf.
Play every day.
Yeah.
Then my last question, which I really enjoyed, is what are your professional goals around the golf world? So I assume that's pertaining to this podcast in part.
Yeah, I'll go first. In terms of golf, like just my personal golf, I'm not really looking at college golf. I would love to, but at the same time, I'm not going pro, so I don't really feel like I'm going to go to a college just to play college golf. I'm gonna focus on going to college to go to a good school. My grades are pretty good, so I'm gonna do that. If everything lines up, then that would be awesome. But that's not really what I'm looking at. In terms of the podcast, I mean, who knows? I mean, sky's the limit at this point. I've learned. Who knows? I started my account hoping to get 1,000 followers one day, and now look at me a year and a half later. So just who knows? I mean, anything can happen. Anything can blow up. Anything can happen. It's just who knows.
I'll go ahead. Personally, with like golf, just nothing. I don't have the time. It's not what I want to do, and I'm not nearly good enough to do it professionally or even amateurly. So, nothing actually playing. With the podcast, I mean, yeah, as Bob said, the sky's the limit. I think just to keep inspiring people. People care what we have to say. So, I mean, I think all three of us are just going to really continue to have interest in doing the stuff we do on our platforms and on the podcast. If people care and people want to listen to what we have to hear, then we'll keep on chugging along.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to just sit here and talk and do it and have people. It's crazy to think that people listen to it. So yeah, I don't have any personal golf goals other than maybe break 80 one day on an actual golf course. Bob's laughing at me right now, but I tell you, Bob, I'm gonna do it one day.
Hey man, last year, so this spring I was a 13 handicap. It was a high 13 handicap because like
you're 5 now, right?
Yeah, because like last summer I shot in the 70s a few times, but like you never know. I mean, one thing clicks and you're right there.
What's your home course? 72?
My home course is a 70, but that's not where I
Gotcha.
That's not where I shot the 71. My home course is a slope 74 and a half, so I don't think I'll be breaking 70 there anytime soon. Now, yeah, you can shoot a 75 and it goes in your handicap as a scratch. So,
that's why
it's so tough.
What clicked for you? What made Bob go from 13 to 5?
Grew a few inches.
Oh, okay.
Gained.
Right.
Well, not only that, but just like I grew a few inches over the winter, and then I kind of learned how to play with my new distance, and that sort of helped. But yeah, I mean, I've had I mean, I'm a legit, like, it's tough. A lot of people at my age can't play their handicaps. I'm proud to say that I can. Because like, I don't know. Just I don't find, first of all, I don't find any joy in shaving strokes off my score. So that's one thing. It makes golf a lot more fun, but just I'm a really good putter, and that helps. That makes golf a lot more fun.
That's the key to, like, if you're a 5 handicap or above, if you're a good putter, that's just the key. Because I mean, I don't know how you're not breaking 80, Dan. I mean, there's a lot of ways to not break 80, but if you're putting it all over the place and you don't have the speed right, then like, yeah, you
Well,
can.
okay, I'll tell you how I'm not breaking 80. And it's because I can't hit the ball straight.
Well, that's a problem.
And that's how it's done. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Is I played baseball for like all the way through high school. And then so I'm blaming it on my baseball swing. So I've got this, like,
It's fair.
I had this slice, and then I had the hooks, and now I'm trying to level it all out, and then I have to shallow it out, and then I have to get it more steep. So I'm all over the place with my swing. I can like,
You're basically Jordan Spieth, basically.
yeah, basically, right? I mean, I'm just a couple majors short, right? And like,
yeah, I mean, he was off
maybe
too.
a dozen PGA Tour wins short of him, maybe. I don't know. We're
I
on
don't
the
have a
same
$20,000
level.
TrackMan either.
For sure. I think we should just change this to the Dan podcast and talk about me and my golf game all the time. Because if we're on the same level, then I don't know.
I think it'd be fair if we just did like a other segment where we had Bob and I just try and coach you to break 80.
Can you imagine?
Hey,
viewers,
maybe someday. Maybe
someday. I'm breaking 80.
Yeah, that would be crazy. All right,
that'd be interesting. Well, that's all I got.
Let's see.
Move over, Trent.
So if you want to go ahead,
let's see what I got. A lot of these are going to be rapid fire. So handicap 5. I'm a 4.8. What's yours, Jordan?
Right now, I think like a 5.1.
5.1. Dan,
it was as low as a 2.
Damn.
2.
Yeah, 4.8's the lowest I've ever gotten. Dan, what are you?
I do not care enough to keep one.
Okay, well, yeah, that's fair.
Breaking 80, though, I'm telling you. It'll happen.
Right. Favorite
whatever handicap that is.
Favorite ever shot from Jordan? Mine is the tee shot on 14 at the Open when he won. That was as electric a shot that I've ever seen. I mean, that club twirl. I mean, after that, I just knew he was winning. So that's my favorite ever shot. Travelers is also up there.
Yeah, Travelers was insane. I guess recently that chip on 18 at the API was ridiculous.
It was pretty
I don't know.
sick.
I don't even know how he got the ball there.
I don't either.
After his second shot. But then to put that to like 2 feet or whatever, that was great. But all time, I don't even know. The putt on 16 at Chambers Bay is, I think, underrated.
That's pretty
That's
sick.
an unbelievable putt.
Yeah.
And he put it right in the middle on those greens. I mean,
sick.
That's just unreal.
Sick.
I don't have a one favorite, but just a few that come to mind. 14 at the Open, as Bob said. Second into 18 on Sunday at Chambers Bay. If he would have made that putt, that'd be number 1. He still won, of course, but like if he would have made that putt after hitting that shot on 18, that would have been sick. Yeah. And then you guys are forgetting the best shot in Ryder Cup play history that he just had a couple weeks ago, left to 17.
That's the best shot I've ever seen him hit. Favorite is still 14.
Favorite. But, I mean, honestly, like
again, thanks JT for missing the putt.
Yeah.
We're
never gonna let him live that down.
We forgot the shot that named the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, forget that. Yeah.
I mean, I guess sometimes it's hard to equate a putt to a shot, even though it is a shot. But it's, it all counts the same. What a day that was.
Yeah, what a day.
But regardless.
Yeah. Jordan's best shot ever. Again, I think that the best shot he's ever hit was the one on 17. I don't think I mean, as much there's probably a little bit of luck. I mean, that ball can come out anyway, but I mean, just to know what to do there to even get the ball up, it just shocks me.
In terms of, do you think that's his, like, in terms of pure skill, that's the best shot he's ever hit?
I don't think there's,
a lot of luck?
I mean, to be able to swing a club at that angle, Shane Lowry couldn't do it. I mean,
well, yeah, because Shane Lowry is.
Yeah, I know, but like, there's some golfers that couldn't even attempt that shot. But yeah, I think in terms of pure skill, I mean, it's Jordan Spieth. He has so many. I mean, who knows? I mean, that one. I'd agree at 7.
I'd agree at 17.
That one at the Players where he put it through the trees to like 10 feet. Do you guys remember that? It was
kind of a bunch of spin on that ball, which was nuts.
It was ridiculous. But he's just had so many of those. I mean, he's got so much skill.
I'd say 17.
Yeah.
At the Ryder Cup. If we ever get him on, and we're working on that, of course.
Working on that. It'll happen.
I'd love to ask him that, what he thinks.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
What he thinks is the best shot.
That would be a good question. And because, Jordan, you've got the Valero winning shirt on, that chip on, 15? He went bunker short of the green, and then he nipped it to like 2 inches.
That was so good.
And I was thinking, like, man, he could make bogey here. Hoffman could make birdie, and this thing could flip. And he almost hold it. His short game is unreal.
That day was so awesome. I wish we had that podcast because we would have been so lit. That would have been sick. I mean, it still was. I mean, damn.
You had everything working that week.
Yeah. All right. What do you think happened to Jordan and what caused his fall off for a few years? I think it was a bunch of things. I think he, first of all, the try for distance. I think he tried for too much distance. Obviously, he had something lingering in his hand, which I think played a part in it, trying to force a new swing. But I think a lot of it is also just, that's golf. I mean, 3 years is a long time to have a slump, but everyone's going to have slumps. So I think the try to gain distance kind of started that, but I think that's the beauty of golf, man.
Yeah, I think it's got to be the hand, right? Is the main, especially now that we know about it. So it makes a lot of sense, especially with this weaker grip, not being able to, having to flip the club at impact. So you'd get all those duck hooks or the OB rights. And I mean, that was a different golfer back then for sure. And I do think distance was a part of it as well, right? Like, I think he knew that if he could add 3, 4, 5 yards off the tee, even though that sounds small, like for a guy like Jordan, that could be the difference between, 9-iron or pitching wedge. And it's just
for them, that matters. Yeah.
Right. That's a big deal. A more comfortable number, maybe. So I'm just glad he's back now, because those were some tough years to follow along and watch him be a average PGA Tour player,
a shell of his former self.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's a combination of things. You got the bone chip in his hand. It's changing the strength of his grip. You've got the distance, and then you got, like, he said he wanted to like mask his swing after Adam Scott, and I'm like, yes, Adam Scott has a beautiful swing, but what are you doing, dude? Like, I mean,
yeah, that was weird.
It's so underrated, and everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of people ignore it. Yeah. Yes, he's an amazing putter, but he was a world-class iron player in 15, 16, 17. So like, when he lost, I mean, it's not about distance for him. He just got to get in the fairway and let his irons work.
Yeah.
So it was a mix of things, but as Dan said, he's back. He's 13th in the world right now. We're living well.
And not to mention, I mean, 13th in the world now is just as impressive as being 5 in the world 5 years ago. I mean, it's just like the talent over 5 years is ridiculous.
With all of, sorry to cut you off, but with all of the, like with the way the OWGR works, he has a ton of events on his
from still the slump. Yeah,
that are just T73s or whatever.
Essentially, all of his official World Golf Rank points are coming from
this spring. pretty much.
Are coming from this year. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
Alright.
the only, I guess he could go down, but it seems very plausible that he could work his way up to definitely top 10, but he could be a top 5 player in the world come Augusta, maybe, if all goes well.
Easily. I don't know if it's possible, but if he wins CJ, might be a chance he might be able to get back in the top 10 if he wins CJ.
Yeah.
Depending on how strong the field is. I haven't seen the numbers yet, though.
This one's kind of rapid fire. Which clubs do you play? I play TSI 2 driver, T200 irons, SM8 wedges, and a Rosa putter. That brand does not exist anymore, but it is my favorite club in the bag.
A Rosa putter. I'm gonna have to look that up.
It was bought out by TaylorMade.
Interesting. It's an antique.
It is an antique. It's my great uncle's.
That's sick. So I play Scotty's for my wedges, T100 irons, the old Titleist driver. I haven't gotten a new one yet. The old one Jordan used to play, the
915D.
915D.
That's my old driver. Yeah.
It's a beauty. I mean,
I love that thing.
He hit that thing pretty freaking well.
That thing was so good.
And I have a Newport 2.5.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm telling you, man. I'm about to get absolutely flamed for what clubs I have.
Awesome.
I have like a Play It Again Wilson like teen set. That's like 6 years old or whatever, 6 or 7 years old. I've been playing with those for so long now.
Never works. I'm trying
to make it work, but
I rocked the Ping Eye 2s up until this spring. So,
yeah, that's probably better than my
the Ping Eye 2s are pure. Love those.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They have so much forgiveness. They go nowhere.
No wonder you shoot.
My 6 iron went 120, but yeah. What are your professional career goals? Golf involved? I don't know. I always want to be a lawyer, but I don't know. That's kind of sort of drifting away. I really enjoy this. I don't know. Maybe who knows? Maybe there's a career out there that has something to do with this. Maybe
let's just get sponsored by.
Yeah, let's make this our career. Make it happen, guys.
Yeah, make it happen.
Yeah,
it starts with the people who believe in us now.
Facts.
All the people that are listening.
Yeah,
for
One
sure.
day when we make it, I don't know, but you will be thanked.
We know. Okay, so one thing I will say, we know who you are. Like, we recognize your names in the comments. Like, we know who you are, and it's nice to see people coming back and back.
Yeah, shout out Mary.
Shout out Mary. Yeah,
Mary's always in the comments.
Mary's always in the comments. She sent that 3-part earlier. Yeah,
Mary's got good questions too.
Yeah,
we appreciate you, Mary.
We do. Do you guys have any other career goals you guys want to speak to?
Yeah, I'm in college right now. I'm an econ major. So
I thought you were sports management.
I was going to go to South Carolina for our viewers. They have a sports management program there. And for all of our young viewers, if you want to go volunteer at the Masters for free, all hotels paid for, you go to South Carolina and you enroll in their sports management program. I actually have a friend that's in that program who was just volunteering at the Ryder Cup a couple weeks ago. So if anyone's young and you want to do something in golf, I don't even go to South Carolina, but you should if you want to go volunteer at the Masters for a week. Yeah. So that's just a little vouch. But I'm an econ major at the moment, and I want to do something in the business world. I'm still trying to figure out what that is, but that's just a brief description.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as Jordan. I'm also an econ major. Not very far along in that path, I guess, but we'll see what happens. I like it. I enjoy it. So we'll just keep taking econ classes and see what I end up doing. But we'll see how it goes.
When did you start to like Spieth? I'm going to say the 2014 Masters when he lost to Bubba Watson. I liked him after the John Deere, but when he lost to Bubba Watson, because I was always a big Rory and Bubba fan. So when he lost to Bubba, I don't know, I guess I fell in love with that green shirt of his. That ugly, beautiful color. For some reason, I love it, but it's just, I mean, see, you put that color on anyone else, they can't make it work. But yeah, just 2014 Masters Sunday. Even when he put it in the water, I mean,
I
You don't
hate to
think
copy
Green-
you. I hate to
Sorry, go
copy
ahead.
you, but I'd go 14 Masters as well. And I have a
Yeah.
couple of reasons that are different and why. I'm from the Baltimore area, so he's an Under Armour guy, and Under Armour's headquarters are in Baltimore. So I was kind of lucky because I was only 12 at the time. I just gave away my age, but I'm a young kid, so I didn't watch as much golf then as I do now. But I knew Spieth was an Under Armour guy, and I knew Under Armour was a Baltimore company. I watched him at the 14 Masters, which I know you can say the John Deere was his coming out party, but really the 14 Masters, I mean, that's just
it's
the John Deere. I mean, the Masters is the biggest tournament in the world. So him coming runner up there, that really put him on the map. And after that, I'm like, I think I'm going to start following this guy. Of course, I didn't follow him then as closely as I do now, but
yeah.
that's kind of the tournament that put him on the map. And I kind of like, I'll follow this guy.
Yeah, I hate to, say the same answer, but it is kind of the same answer.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching the 14 Masters on spring break, and just this like 20-year-old kid is like winning the Masters at that point. I guess it was early Sunday or maybe
After
late
the birdie on
Saturday.
too, yeah.
And it was like, this is so cool. And then to be honest, like I didn't really get into golf after that. Like I played a little bit, but I was playing a lot of baseball. So then I remember getting into it more in 2017, and then watching the 2017 Open was like,
Yeah.
this guy is unreal. So I might have been the curse, honestly, but it's broken now. So
Broken now.
Thankfully.
the burden is off my shoulders
Yeah.
for sure. But
All right. What are the chances we see 2015 or 2017 Jordan in 2022? I would say we will never see 2015 or 20. I mean, in terms of winning, I mean, we're just never going to see someone win 5-6 tournaments in a year ever again. I mean, John Rahm is playing the best golf in the world. I don't think he wins. I don't even think he wins 3 tournaments. Actually, I mean, it's just the talent gap is so little. I mean, the difference between 1 and 10 is so little now. I mean, anyone in the field in one of these tournaments can win. And I just think that that's not something that happened 15 years ago. Not to mention Jordan Spieth in 2015 was one of the best PGA Tour seasons ever. So it's going to be tough to beat, but I think that's okay. Like, I don't think we need to, I think that's okay.
I mean, again, I hate to piggyback off you, but yes, if you're hoping for 15 this coming year, you got to just calm down. It's not going to happen, and that's fine. I think 17 though. I think 17 would be a good goal to set. I think if we could get a major win, what do you win in 17? 3 times?
Pebble, Travelers,
Open.
Yeah, so I mean, if he can win a major and then win 2 other ones, I think I'd be plenty happy with that. And I think both of us, you 2 guys, would as well.
Yeah. Another thing I feel like is what was I gonna say?
I feel like 15 is probably unattainable. Like if you look at how he won in 15 also, so the Masters he obliterated people.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. So
but Valspar was a playoff, easily could have lost. US Open, if DJ doesn't 3-putt from 12 feet, could have lost or would have lost, I guess, at that point. He played the John Deere. He's not playing the John Deere anymore. And then the Tour Championship. I mean, if you win a playoff event, you're almost like you have a really good chance at getting the Tour Championship. So it's almost like 2 wins in a sense if you win a playoff event. Obviously, you still have to go play well at the Tour Championship, but I think the path to 5 wins starts with a major, a really lucky win, probably winning Pebble because very few people play at Pebble, and then a playoff win, and then winning the FedEx, and that's how you get your 5. But like Jordan was saying, I think 17 is a lot more realistic.
I mean, if you look at
difficult, but more realistic for sure.
If you look at 15, I mean, that is probably the closest anyone has ever come besides Tiger to winning the Grand Slam. I mean, He won the first two, arguably should have won the third, and would have won the fourth if not for literally prime Tiger Woods, Jason Day.
Yeah.
At 20 under. I mean, that is absurd. I mean, he legitimately should have won all four of those.
Right. That just doesn't
which is
happen
ridiculous.
anymore.
That just doesn't happen. And it
And
won't.
it doesn't happen twice to
Yeah.
the same guy either.
Exactly.
Like
Absolutely
some new kid could come along and dominate, but it
Yeah.
doesn't. Jordan Spieth doesn't do it twice. I hope he proves me wrong. That'd
Which
be
I
a
don't
great
want.
year.
Which I don't want you guys to like. I mean, that's okay. Like, we don't need to be. I mean, it's okay to not win two majors in 1 year. Like, I mean, that could happen again. But I mean, it's okay to not be 2015 ever again. It's okay that that's in the past. I mean, he's still going to build off it, and he's still going to be a great player for the rest of his career. There's nothing to worry about.
It's also a quality versus quantity thing. I
Yeah.
mean, do you want to win the Masters or 3 regular tournaments?
Exactly.
I'm taking the Masters any day of the week.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's not always numbers. It's just the quality.
All right. How old are you? I already said I'm 16, almost 17. I know Jordan, what'd he say? He's 20, right? 19?
19 turning 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about the same as Jordan.
Yeah. All right. How many tournaments do you think Jordan wins this season? You go.
I want to say 8.
I'm gonna go 1. I'm gonna go 1.
Respectable.
I'm not. Again, the talent gap's so big. I think he has another really good year, but I mean, it's just really tough to get over the hump multiple times.
For sure.
I'm not going to fight you, but he's winning at least 2.
All right, fair.
If he wins 1,
Again,
I'll
but the
be
baby
very
could
agitated.
be the baby could. I mean, I was agitated.
I don't care
only
about the
won
kid.
this
He
year.
needs to win at least twice.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think the kid could be good.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid could be good. It should be good. I mean, it's
Yeah, I mean,
awesome
it's
for him.
good,
But I mean, if he wins once again, that'd be very unfortunate.
Yeah, the only thing about the kid is it's limiting his chances in the fall. Not that I don't know if he's ever won in the fall. I guess Australia. He's won a couple times. But
that's about it.
Like he's not playing Houston. I don't think he's not playing Zozo.
Thank God. Houston, that course blew. That course is horrendous.
And then like, I guess the only places I can think, because like Pebble, he might be the best player there. I guess if DJ shows up.
Doesn't Cantlay play there too?
Cantlay was there this year, but I don't know if he's there all the time. So like Pebble, he has like a top 5 odds to win, but then everywhere else, it's like, I guess maybe Valero again or Colonial.
The Schwab.
Yeah, the Schwab.
That should be a free one every year. That's his tournament.
And I think, honestly, he gets a major this year.
Yeah,
so
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'll go 2. I'll be bold and say 3.
Yeah. Favorite non-major Spieth moment? I'm gonna say Valero. Valero was Valero. I mean, just like to get back in the winner's circle after 4 years. I mean, that was awesome. I mean, it felt like a major, just because of the fact that like we'd been waiting for so long, and he'd been so close in the weeks prior. I'd say that was the best non-major moment for me.
Yeah, I mean, Travelers is tough to top.
Travelers also,
but that was because it was now 4, almost 5 seasons ago. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a little bit tougher to remember.
Yeah. I remember it pretty vividly, but still,
well,
I think.
Oh, yeah. I guess not remember, but just like feel the emotion or excitement over that shot. Whereas Valero, it's like, oh my God, he won. Yeah. Like he did this thing that he did not seem close to doing for 4 years. So it's probably Valero.
Yeah. I'm gonna give the stupid answer here. Depends on what he does in 2022. If he has an insanely good 2022, Valero, just because Valero would have kickstarted the amazing 2022 that's to come. If 2022 stinks, then Travelers, because Travelers just the moment is just superior.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have, like, I'm trying to think of other moments. I feel like he's got.
I mean, the John Deere was, but none of us were like. I wasn't really a diehard fan when he hold out to win the John Deere.
Yeah,
No
they're all
one
kind of
was.
6
No one
or
was,
7 years
yeah.
ago now.
Yeah, unless you were like unless you're one of those people that just like diehard Texas Longhorns fan.
Yeah,
Whoever's, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah. Will Jordan play before Hawaii? Yes.
Yeah, that was shocking. I opened
was
up Twitter
shocking.
and there's Sweet Legion with
Yeah.
I'm shocked or something like
Bombshell.
that. He's playing.
Wednesday, 2 days from now, we'll have the CJ Cup preview out because I know we have a lot to talk about with that. But
yeah. And he's officially on this PGA Tour field sheet.
Good.
Not that I don't trust your sources, but
no, yeah.
he was here.
No, that was straight from the PGA Tour itself. So
this is no Shriners.
No Shriners
last year when I think he committed and then.
Well, that one was on his website. Yeah, he actually committed to that and just like decided not to play. I don't know what that was about, but
I mean, horns up, baby.
Yeah. What are your chances on getting Jordan on the podcast? I think it's possible. If you guys keep supporting it and we get big enough where it's at least respectable and known, I know enough people within his wide circle that I think it's possible down the line. I don't think I wouldn't rule it out. We're working on it.
And exactly. I think if we continue to have a good audience and we continue to grow, I'm not going to say I think it'll happen. I genuinely think it'll actually happen if this audience continues to grow.
Yeah.
I think it could happen. I'm trying to think of what he's been on, and it's mostly just no laying up, I think.
He's been on no laying up. He's been on Subpar. He's been on.
Oh, that's right, Subpar.
He's been on Foreplay, obviously.
Has he been on Foreplay though? I don't think he has.
I think he has.
Barstool?
I think he has. Yeah, he has. Remember Love Y'all stuff? Remember? Yeah.
No, but that wasn't a pod though. That was just like a
was that just
interaction, I think. I don't know.
I feel like he was on. I don't know. Maybe I'm forgetting. But.
Anyway, I mean, maybe if we get like sponsored by AT&T and Coca-Cola and
I don't even think he's with Coca-Cola anymore.
Really?
I think he is. Is he not?
I don't think so.
FanDuel.
That's crazy.
FanDuel wants to sponsor this account.
Yeah. Massive FanDuel people.
Then we'd get him on probably. Or that would increase our chances. Yeah. But we're working toward it. We'll get there at some point.
If there was a tournament Jordan would play before, well, now we know. CJ Cup. When's the next tournament? CJ Cup. Is Jordan playing Bay Hill this year? Yes, he is. He did tell someone that is a follower of mine who let me know that he is planning to make Bay Hill a full-time stop on his schedule, which is sick because that was one of my favorite tournaments of the year. Love Bay Hill. It's one of the only courses like Augusta that like can be a 2-under winning score or like 15-under winning score. Like it just depends on the year. And I think that's really cool. It can play really hard. And I just love that. It's one of my favorite stops. So that's sick. How are your wedges set up? I have a 60, 54, and 48. And then my pitching wedge is 43.
I have a pitching wedge and a sand wedge.
Wait, can you say your degrees again?
I have 60, 54, 48, and then my pitching wedge is 43. Very, very delofted.
I have a 52, but besides that, I have the same.
Yeah, makes sense. Where are you from and what got you into golf? I'm from Massachusetts. I'm sure I've said my city before, but I don't want to get too specific. I don't want like people to be hunting me down, but what got me into golf? My great uncle got me into golf, I'd say, and my dad, but yeah, at a very young age, very, very young.
Yeah.
Rory McIlroy got me into pro golf, but
yeah. My dad got me into golf when I was like 8.
Yeah.
We went to like a par 3 course.
Yeah.
I hit driver, 90 yards, 10 feet, missed the putt, but still started with the par.
Yeah.
So it's gone downhill from there, but
yeah.
I don't know what got me in, but it's an individual sport, so you don't have to need other people to play.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I also like that. Not having to like play for a team.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you play high school golf, Bob, so you play for a team, but feeling like if you make a bad, like if you do something bad, it's like all on. I feel there's more personal, like that was more like ownership of mistakes, I guess, in a way. And it's I
But
like
even that,
aspect
it's still
better.
stroke play. You still got to play your own ball. So yeah.
Right, exactly.
This is my favorite question, easily. What is your best moment with the account? It has to be the 61. I'm not sure I've ever had more fun tracking a round of golf than the 61 at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. As much as Valero was incredible, I couldn't really enjoy it because I was at Easter dinner and I had to tweet under the table watching the muted TV in the living room. For the final few holes, obviously, I got to.
He's committed, folks.
It was crazy. I've never had that many people on my account, but the 61 was just, I mean, I had, for the first time in a very long time that night, I had like butterflies the entire night because I was like so anxious whether he was going to win the tournament. It was just like, I mean, I've never had as much fun as I did that week and that day.
Yeah, I'd go the 61 or the post that's got the most interactions, which surprises me, is the announcement that he was going to become a father.
That's yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's no tracking there, but the amount of people that were like caring and the amount of comments that post got,
that
and
blew
likes,
up.
I mean, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 61 was sweet. The father thing was pretty cool too. But so the father thing, I feel like I at least kind of knew because Bob knew already. Like I feel like people knew that he was going to be a dad. He just didn't say it publicly. Also Valero, I feel like I kind of knew he was going to win in a weird way. Like as like maybe not nervous, but as like I was watching it, I never felt like, I know Charlie Hoffman's making this run, but I never felt like Jordan.
I had a feeling after the birdie
bag
on the
here.
third, after he put it close on the third, because all the other times he'd started off really bad.
Yeah.
And it just,
exactly.
it felt good.
Like I felt like he was gonna win. And the 61 was awesome because Twitter was rocking.
God, it broke Twitter.
I mean, my stat post got like 40 likes. So that was sick.
Yeah.
I mean, it was because his stats were actually quite outrageous that day. It was like 6 strokes approach or something.
Oh, I bet you an incredible amount putting too.
Yeah, it was like,
I mean, you made everything in the last few holes.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 approach, 4 or 5 putting, and then like minus half a stroke off the tee. It was unreal. But that was a great day to watch along.
Yeah,
and
the 60
got himself into contention.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, but the 61 was just so cool tracking because I'm sitting there and he's making birdie after birdie, and I'm asking myself, oh my gosh, is Jordan Spieth back? Because like he played so well and it had been so long before that since he's last played well.
I
wasn't
thinking that actually, because I had learned my lesson. I'm a pessimistic sports fan. And I'd learned my lesson from the Charles Schwab. But I will say that was pretty cool. And I think I started to think that at Pebble.
He got that cockiness back.
Yeah, which is sick. Yeah.
Well, also another thing that I sometimes think about when a golfer is playing well or not is how often they hole shots out. Like when Jordan plays well, he's holding everything out. Like it's unreal the amount of shots that he holds. And I feel like for Rory, for a lot of, I noticed this with Rory, is like, I feel like when's Rory had a hole in one, right? Like when's the last time, do you remember a Rory hole in one? Do you remember a Rory hole out from 130 or something like that? And it's like when you're playing well, shots just seem to go in more.
They're that good.
For Spieth, I guess it's kind of, he probably changes the average quite a bit because he just seems to hole everything.
Yeah.
But it's like, I feel like when you're going well and you know, the luck starts to turn on your side a little bit too, and you get the shots to go in. So when he holed those 2 at Pebble, I kind of knew like, he's He's hitting really, really good shots right now. And he's definitely like back in the mix of elite golfers, and well, maybe not at that moment, but at some point he was going to be in that mix.
Yeah, you also know, like, when he's holding out shots, because Twitter's going wild, the Spieth haters are like, Jordan's got his lucky beans going.
Exactly.
He's holding out everything. I mean, he's not good at all. He's just lucky. It's
like,
Crazy.
He is very lucky, but
you
have to hit it at the flagstick for it to
the
go
thing
in.
about luck is in golf is that you can get bad luck, obviously. Like, you can get ball. I mean, that sucks, but most of the time that you get good luck, I'm not going to say it's all the time, because I feel like JT gets abnormally lucky when he should be. But
one shot comes to mind.
Yeah, one shot, maybe or maybe not TPC Southland. But I'd say
players not finding
that one also. Yeah, I'd say the TPC Southland, the one that he hooked the absolute crap out of the ball and found dry land. But yeah, 18 players was crazy. But also, I feel like good luck in golf favors those who play well. I mean, I feel like when you're playing well, you're getting the lucky bounces. So I just that's kind of a sign.
We saw that at the Open too with Morikawa. Unfortunately, right? Like he was 2 or 3 inches on maybe 3 or 4 different holes from playing them in like a couple over instead of whatever he played them in. And it's just like every time he's just missing the bunker here, just missing the bunker here. I mean, I'm not trying to like, that's how you win. And he was obviously playing really well because he rolled everything right in the middle. So, but when you're playing well, luck tends to go your way a little bit more, I think.
Yeah. So we have just a few more. What's your second favorite sport? Football. Got to be football. Love the NFL. Big Dolphins fan. It's a rough life.
Well, you beat the Patriots, but
beat the Patriots. Always the best win of the year.
Great now because we also
Patriots also suck.
But we're probably better than the Dolphins, though. We should have won.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are.
No, you're not.
So much better.
You beat the Jets. Like, come on.
We beat the Jets, and we should have beat you, the Dolphins.
We have a backup QB.
Okay, we have a rookie QB.
Yeah, Mac Jones is horrible.
He's better than Tua.
Not true.
True. Very true.
Tua's not great, but I'd take Tua over Mac Jones. All right, Jordan.
Just sitting here, the Ravens fan, just laughing at these two guys as they
with Lamar Jackson
game. You almost lost to the Lions.
Did we lose the Lions?
No.
Correct.
It's a very fair point.
Next question.
That was an unbelievable kick.
Yeah.
What
are you guys like? Yeah.
I love football in the fall. I'm kind of a seasonal guy, I think.
Yeah.
I don't really follow baseball or hockey as much as I do football or basketball, but it kind of depends on when like what sport is in season. So obviously right now I'm rooting for the Patriots, and we better beat the Texans this weekend or else
I
don't know.
That would be a bad loss.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
That would be a bad. Almost like losing to the Dolphins bad, I think.
All right, let's chill out over there. Jordan?
NFL. Massive Ravens fan.
Yeah. Season ticket holder, right?
Yes, sir. Was in Vegas week 1 to watch my team lose. Very sad.
Favorite Spieth moment over. We've gone over that. Favorite Spieth outfit ever.
Ooh, this is a great question.
This is a hard hitting one.
We started talking about this last week, right?
Yeah.
What was the one we went with? I went with
2019 Masters round 1.
No. That's worst ever.
For the people that don't know, that's the one with like the gray, blue, and like salmon colored stripes on a white shirt that are on his shoulders.
Search up 2019 Masters and trust me, it will grab your eye. If you
it's not great.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Valero 3rd round. The maroon shirt with the navy blue pullover and the navy blue pants. That was a sick outfit. Love that one.
Yeah. I liked the shirt he wore at the tour championship, maybe round 1. It was like a purple, kind of staticky color.
I don't really do purple.
I don't know if I liked the fit.
Yeah.
In total, but I liked the shirt.
Yeah.
Best fit total. I feel like
the Open was sick.
The Open was awesome. I also thought, round 3 at Phoenix was awesome too.
Round 3 at Phoenix was awesome.
The light gray pullover. He had a little neon green under there, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just tripping.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember what else but obviously it helps when you play well. You look, the better you play, the better you look, I think.
That's a good point.
So, but nothing. I feel like there's been more really bad ones than really good ones.
Yeah.
So take that for what you will.
Yeah.
It's a difficult question. I don't know. I think there's definitely not one singular answer. I think I like him in orange a lot. 2019 at Bethpage for the PGA, the orange shirt and the white pants. I was a big fan of that. And
he needs to wear that
I like
more.
all navy. I think all navy's cool.
Yeah.
Besides that, I don't know. It's a very broad question.
Yeah.
But we want to see the camo at the
camo hat.
Camo hat. And Under Armour, please release the other circle hats, please.
Yes, UA.
Please.
Jordan was wearing the freaking camo hat at his at the speaking.
Yeah, I know.
Too.
Jordan, go down to the UA store.
I'll see what I can do.
Demand
I'll see
it.
what I can do.
Let's see, 2 more. Will there be giveaways? I'm sure in the future. I'm not totally opposed to that. I've never really done many giveaways. I don't really, but I feel like if you guys want them, I'm not. You guys do enough for us. We're totally fine throwing down a few bucks for it. So yeah, I'm sure if you guys want to see that in the spring when Jordan starts playing better, or playing again, I'm sure we can get some stuff going.
We don't have anything cool
planned
to give away yet.
Yeah, yet.
It's coming.
Yes.
Yes. Good
Thank
idea,
you.
Jordan.
And
they're coming. Yeah, we got some stuff.
They're coming. And then finally, I feel like it's a fitting question to end with. What was your desire to start your accounts and track Jordan Spieth? Dan, I'll let you start because you run a different account than we do.
So I do not track his shots. I sometimes post about his strokes gained stats, not
Sometimes.
stuff. Sometimes. Well, yeah, it's not as consistent as I would maybe it to be.
No one
Sometimes
cares.
it's tough though because we don't have shot link data at certain places.
Talking to you, Majors.
Yeah.
So I'll try to be better.
Yeah.
I guess this week I'll be pretty good about it, but
yeah.
A lot of it's just I think statistics are really cool, and I think they show trends better than just fairways or greens. If your approach and off the tee numbers are good, it means you're more likely to have a good round than if your putter's just really good for one round. So that's kind of why I started it, but also mainly just to interact with golf Twitter, not as I guess just as a Spieth fan. So mission accomplished. But that's kind of where my account came from.
Gotcha. I'll go second here. And while I do track, Dan and I think the same way. We're both econ majors, and I'm very into the stats as well. Strokes gain stuff I think is really interesting. And fairways and greens don't necessarily tell the whole story. So strokes gain's awesome. And just on the tracking, it's just the community. I never would think I'd be as big as I am today and have the following that I do, but I'm lucky that I do. And just being able to interact with you guys, answer questions, and do this podcast is what keeps me going. And I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. I don't really have a specific answer. I started right around Genesis Waste Management not Waste Management, Mexico. So like Genesis Mexico, that time frame in 2020. There was a lack of Jordan Spieth's shots being tracked on Twitter at that time. And I was obviously a diehard Jordan Spieth fan. And well, first of all, I used to have a Discord. Where like with a lot of Spieth fans and I'd like track shots, but it's different. And I've had a lot more fun on Twitter because obviously Twitter is Twitter. I mean, there's nothing like it, but yeah. But I just love Jordan. I have a passionate relationship with golf. I've always loved watching it. I've always loved playing it. I know a lot about it just purely from playing and watching a lot of golf. And Jordan Spieth is the same way. And I felt like I could do a service because I feel like I probably have watched more Jordan Spieth rounds than most people, just because of the fact that I have the time. And tracking is something that I feel like is actually quite useful. There's no notifications on the PGA Tour app. So I feel like I think that there's a purpose for it. I feel like if you want shot by shot updates coming straight to your home screen, I feel like tracking is a perfect way to have that if you're at work or you're in school. And just the commentary to be able to interact, I think is really cool. But desire to start it, love Jordan, and just wanted to try it. Didn't expect anything of it, but here we are.
I think that's the same. I don't know if I'm like speaking for you too, Jordan, but like I didn't expect anything of, not that my account is like massive, but I didn't expect anything of it either. I just wanted to be on Twitter, right? Like,
yeah.
And the fact that
that's another reason why I had to.
People are actually like, well, listening to me talk about golf is kind of crazy. So that's, thanks to all those people, because I don't know, you could be doing something else with your time, but you're listening to some random dude go on and on and on about Twitter.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stop doing that now. But thank you.
Yeah. But that's all we have for you guys. Down the road, I'm sure we'll do another one of these, maybe catch up a little bit, a few years, if this is still going on. But we have a stacked, loaded next few weeks coming up. 2 days from now, well, from the time this drops, I know we're recording this a little earlier, but Wednesday, what's the date? Wednesday the 13th, we'll drop the CJ Cup preview. Either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday the week after that, we'll do a recap, kind of just doing basically what we did last time, looking into the off season, trying to build off what we did that week, and we'll just talk about it. I'm sure there'll be shorter episodes, but
we'll probably build. Are we doing schedules that week as well, or no?
No, we'll do that probably down the road.
Episode. Yeah, but schedules are schedule predictions.
That'll come after the baby, because we want to see what happens with the baby, and then obviously we'll have a baby episode out. But and then on the 26th, Tuesday the 26th, we are dropping our first interview, first guest, Keegan Rosenberry from the MLS. He's a professional soccer player. Came on, talked to us about what it's like being a professional athlete, how it compares, because he's a golfer. He's an avid golfer. He was ranked in the top 100 golfer athletes. So like athletes from other sports that play golf via Golf Digest. So he's a good golfer, and he kind of compares the two, what it's like being a full-time, more physical athlete like soccer, and how that compares to golf. And it's fascinating. I mean, his brain obviously works different than ours does. And he was great. He gave us a good chunk of his time. So if you guys are looking for someone to listen to that's not us, listen to him, because he knows what he's talking about. He knows his stuff. So yeah, Keegan Rosenberry, Colorado Rapids, professional soccer player. He is quite good too, actually. So Yeah.
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 was
We're a
an
good
awesome
amount of
interview.
episodes in. That's not one you're going to want to miss.
Absolutely not.
The three of us had a fantastic time talking to
Fantastic
Keegan.
time. He was
Yeah.
really chill. He was awesome.
Yeah, he gave us a lot of insight as well.
Yeah,
for
he's
sure.
been a follower of Jordan's for a while, and he's followed my Twitter. So yeah, I mean, he's just he was great. He was awesome. So
Yeah,
you're not going to want to miss that. That's all we have for you for this episode. But yeah, I mean, thanks again. Just can't say it enough. Thank you guys. Support's been awesome. And yeah, Jordan Spieth is surprisingly back this week. So one more hurrah in 2021. So yeah.
Take care, guys.
Peace.
See ya.